Hi, this is Starr Andrews, a Team USA figure skater, and you are tuned into According to Portia.
Hello and welcome to the show. My name is Portia Monique, and today we are speaking with an Olympian. We're stepping into the world of grace, power, and unapologetic presence. She is more than an Olympian, she's a cultural shift on ice, redefining what beauty, athleticism, and representation looks like in a space that hasn't always reflected us. From global stages to groundbreaking partnerships, Starr Andrews is skating in her purpose while opening doors for the next generation. Welcome to the show, Starr.
Hi.
Nice to meet you as well. I am so extremely proud of you and the accomplishments that you are doing, participating in the Winter Olympics, making sure that we are being represented on a global stage. And I just want to say thank you on behalf of all the brown girls out there, Black and brown girls out there who are looking up to you.
Well, thank you. I'm so honored to be able to talk to you today.
Absolutely. Now, when people see and watch you skate, they see elegance as well as precision. But behind every performance is a young woman carrying history, pressure, and possibility. So, in this moment of your career, who do you believe that Starr Andrews is becoming beyond the titles as well as beyond the spotlight?
I I have been doing a lot of work behind the scenes with equality and diversity, and I've been working with Unity Ice. They are um, a nonprofit organization, and we help little Black girls and Black boys get onto the ice and discover their love for skating the same way that I did. All it takes is one day. That's all it took for me, one day to just step on the ice and fall in love with it. And it also has opened other doors for me as well, like singing. I've always sang. I've always, since I was little, my grandma did, great grandma, she did little shows at her school, and I would sing in the shows as a tiny little girl. And then as I got older, I did choir, and then I would just sing randomly everywhere, just sing randomly. And that's actually how my coach discovered that I could sing. And so that has also opened doors for me. I'm singing my programs. I've done that. And now this last year, I guess this year and last year, I sang the national anthem at some pretty big figure skating competitions. So that's the first time I've ever sang live like that. That opportunity would have never happened if I didn't choose figure skating and choose to continue figure skating, because you can always start something, but to stick with it through the good and the hard times is what really makes you grow, not only as an athlete but as a person.
Yeah.
And it teaches you never to quit, to keep going even when it's really hard for you to get back up after falling over and over and over again. So yeah, I think figure skating has taught me more lessons that will help me outside of the rink than it will inside.
I love that for you. And speaking of singing and exploring that artistry as well, of course, figure skating blends athleticism with storytelling. So when you step onto the ice, are you stepping on thinking more like an athlete or more like an artist?
I would say both, because it takes both to have a program come together. You still have to remember to smile, because especially when you're skating, because you're so focused on what you have to do and what elements are in your program. And I feel like we kind of forget that there are people there who are coming to watch and see you enjoy skating. And we all enjoy skating. I sometimes have to remind myself not to get caught up in that part, because then that's when I get in my head. It's when I really enjoy and let go and remember the reason why I started skating, which is because I love it and because it's so fun. It's teaching me something different every single day. And it's, yeah, I would say it's a little bit of both to bring the artistry out and the athleticism. It's a mixture of both. That little, yeah. It's a sweet mixture of both for sure.
I love it. Now, you became the first Black U.S. figure skater to win a Grand Prix medal. Congratulations on that. That is incredible.
Yeah.
What responsibility do you feel when you think about the doors that you're opening up for others?
I definitely do think about the responsibilities that it comes with being one of the very few African American athletes, but I also am inspired by all of the athletes before me who gave me the opportunity to be able to be where I am today and to do the things that I'm able to do on the ice and off the ice. Mabel Fairbanks was one of the most brilliant and strongest, like, person that I feel like I never had the chance to meet her, but I have learned a lot through her by Ty Babylonia. And I can't imagine what she went through, the discrimination. She wasn't allowed to skate with everybody because of her skin color. She wasn't allowed to compete. It was just insane how she wasn't allowed to do anything that, someone who wasn't a person of color could do. And to be able to be where I am now, it's incredible because she never had the opportunity to do that. So I am just continuing on her legacy in growing the sport and diversifying the sport, and also working with all these different organizations like Unity Ice, Harlem on Ice, Diversify, just so many different organizations coming up and growing into trying to grow the sport and make it more equal, just so that everybody can do it and don't, like, yeah, it's amazing to be able to be where I am and to be the person to be able to show all these little boys and girls that it is possible.
Yeah. And speaking of opportunities, we're gonna get to your Gillette partnership in just a second, but I want to touch on the Winter Olympics experience just a bit more because of course it's unlike anything else, right? So emotionally, physically, mentally. What surprised you the most about the Winter Olympics journey that people watching at home may never realize?
So I feel like they with the journey, it is kind of like a 4-year process because you have to the judges, they look, or the committee that chooses the team, they are looking at your performance from over the years, not just the one that you do at nationals, which is where they announced the team, which was in January. Um, so it's kind of a long journey because they're looking at you from right at the beginning of the 4 years they're watching you.
Yeah.
And they take what you've done, they accumulate all the performances you've done and how well you skated and all of that, and they make their decision based off of that. So it's quite a long journey. It doesn't just happen in 1 year, it happens over the course of a couple years. And so you have to show that consistency right from the beginning. And I mean, the 4 years goes by slow but fast because I remember 4 years ago being skating at nationals and being like, this is an Olympic year. And I remember seeing the team being announced and all of that. So it's a long journey. It happens slow, but it also happens very fast because it's happening again. It's crazy just how fast time goes by. But the journey is honestly amazing. You have your ups and downs, you have your highs and lows, and everybody has that. That's just life. But it's very different in a sport just because you're constantly growing as a person and as an athlete, and things are constantly changing. And it's honestly an amazing journey. I wouldn't have changed anything about it.
I love it. Now, you recently partnered with Gillette Venus ahead of the Milano Games.
Yes.
Made that collaboration feel authentic to you as an athlete, as well as a young woman balancing performance and self care?
So self-care, I feel like, is very, very important to me. I mean, it makes me feel good. It makes me look good going out the house. I mean, I'm always on camera when it comes to skating. So sorry about that, the ambulance. But
Oh,
okay. Yeah, on and off the ice, I mean, you're being recorded. So you, of course, you want to look good. You want to look your best. And I feel like with self-care, I definitely put a lot of self-care into myself, my face, my hair, my skin, everything like that. And when I partnered with them, They have been so genuine and honestly so kind. And I did look at their page before, like, I looked at their Instagram page, and all the videos that I would watch, they felt very genuine and they still showed the person, their personality, who they were in just a short amount of time. And I really liked that, just because as a figure skater, we don't speak. So we don't talk when we're skating. You don't hear us say anything. Sure, we have interviews after, but what you're looking at is our skating
Yeah.
and what we're portraying on the ice. So we could be skating to Romeo and Juliet,
Yeah.
and we know, we see how we like skate and express ourselves, but we're just acting. We're just putting on a character. So that's, yes, there is some of us in there, but for the most part we're playing a character. So it was really nice to see that they still showed who they were showing as their genuine self. So I really liked that. They also have amazing razors. Like,
Yeah.
I've said this before, their aloe razors, I have really sensitive and dry skin, so their aloe razors, like, they just leave moisture and it's very soothing. So
Now, the campaign also talks about rituals before stepping on the ice, right? So, what does your personal pre competition routine look like, and how does confidence off the ice translate into confidence during a performance?
yes, so my I would definitely say that I listen to a lot of music, hyping up music just to hype myself up, because it's still nerve-wracking going out there by yourself and skating.
Great. What's your favorite to listen to? Your hypo music.
So I listen to a lot of
Yeah.
random things, but for Skate America that I did last year, I was listening to The Little Mermaid,
Yeah.
the live version, because like, she just sounded like amazing. Hallie, she just like, her voice is insane. So I was listening to her a
Okay.
little bit before I got on, and Beyonce.
Of course,
Nothing wrong with Beyonce.
because
And Doja Cat. I love Doja Cat. And
yeah.
SZA. The I
Okay.
R&B. I'm a big R&B person, so I listen to a lot of R&B.
So going back to the question, your pre-routine, personal pre-competition routine, what does that look like? And then how does that translate into confidence during a performance?
So my pre-competition routine is, I do my hair first. And then, well, first I take a shower. Of course, I need to start with a clean slate. I shave everything because I like to be smooth. And I also wear mesh, so like, I just want to, I don't know. I just like to be smooth. And then
Yeah.
after that, I put my clothes on, because I'm not going to put my clothes on before I do my hair and my makeup, just because like, that's a pain in the butt to put a shirt on over all of that. So
Yeah.
I put my clothes on. I do my hair first, do my edges so that I know they're laid, because like, I don't want to do my makeup and then I have to put the edge gel on, and then pulls up the makeup, and I'll just do my hair first. So I do my hair first, edges laid, little curls on the side out.
Cute.
I like to put a little highlighter in my hair, just because like, I'm under the spotlights and it just adds a little extra sparkle, because why not? And then I do my makeup. Depending on what program it is, I will either use smoky eye or I do something soft, or it just depends. And then after that, I spray my face setting spray, and then I put some perfume on, and then I'm ready to go. I'm listening to music that entire time. Sometimes I'm watching a TV show or drinking coffee. It's just kind of like a relaxed vibe. Nothing
Yeah.
too crazy. Like, no, I'm not like intensely listening to my program. I'm not that type of person. I kind of just like to keep it relaxed, how I would if I'm getting ready for skating at home.
Now, as we wrap this interview down, a couple more questions for you, especially regarding figure skating. What is one misconception that people have about figure skating that you wish that you could rewrite?
That figure skating is for one certain type of person,
Yeah.
because I mean, that's just saying like kicking a ball. You can't kick a ball if you are like this. Why not? Why?
Right.
It is for everybody. Anybody who steps through that door who wants to skate can put on a pair of ice skates and skate if they want. It is for everybody. And I feel like when you walk into a rink and you don't see a lot of people that look like you're not going to want to stay there if you're like, oh man, I feel really out of place right now. You wouldn't want to go back to that. Like, you're like, okay, I tried it once. That was uncomfortable. Never want to do that again. But like,
Yeah.
it honestly is for everybody. And I feel like a lot of people think it's just for one certain person.
Yeah.
It's for everybody. Everybody skates for different reasons. You don't Skating, you don't have to go to the Olympics if you want to skate. That was my goal. That's
Yeah.
still my goal, to win a gold medal
Yeah.
at the Olympics. But I mean, you could just skate because it's fun to skate to music,
Yeah.
or you just like the way the wind feels in your face when you're skating around.
Yeah.
So it's
Yes, I love it. Now, last question, because there are so many young Black and brown girls watching you right now who may not even realize that skating may be an option for them. What would you say to them about claiming space in arenas where they don't always see themselves?
that is something that I actually had to learn as well. And you are there for a reason. You're here for a reason. You're there for a reason. You wanted to go there for a reason. That's what I tell myself. The first time I ever felt out of place in a locker room, it was maybe for like 5 minutes. It was an international competition, and I was sitting there. I was the only African American girl in the locker room. And I was like, that's the first time I was like, oh, this feels a little weird. And then I was like, but I made it and I'm here for a reason. So it doesn't even matter. And so I
Confidence
just,
off. Yeah.
yes, you just have to, you're there for a reason. You were put here for a reason. And so you wanted to come, you go try it out. You may love it, you may not love it, but the one thing you can say is you tried.
Yeah. Thank you for that. Star, your journey is a reminder that excellence doesn't just live in the medals, it lives in courage, representation, and showing the next generation what's possible. Thank you so much for inspiring us for continuing to shine on and off the ice. Now, tell people where can they follow you? Where can they keep up to date on all of the things that you are doing? And make sure that we're looking at the Winter Olympics. How do we tune in?
So Winter Olympics is on Peacock. You can watch it on Peacock. It's been on everywhere that I go, which is just home and the rink for now.
Yeah.
But it's on everywhere
Yeah.
just because it's the Olympics. But you can tune in on Peacock. And if you want to follow my journey, you can follow me on Instagram, and it is my name, Starr Andrews, Star with two R's and Andrews.
I love it. Thank you so much, Star. We appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.